So we are scalping Euro USD today. This is most likely going to be a scalp because I'm not looking to be in the markets for too long. Price is going down into our second POI, which is down here. So let's just quickly zoom in. We can even go up the time frame to really work this right now. So let's just look at a few things. Price is making high highs and high lows. I'm going to be looking to target these relative equal highs. We can get rid of this for now. I'm looking to target these relative equal highs up here. That's the target. That's the main target. That's where I believe price is going. So the moment price takes out this high here, we're going to go ahead and move this. So this is last week, this is this week. So the moment price takes out this high, I'm going to target this one. But for now, I'm going to look to trade this up into this area of inefficiency over here. So now when I go down into, let's just say the 15-minute time frame, you're going to see this is how, in fact, you know what, let's go back up. We was on the what time frame were we on? We were on a 4-hour time frame? 4-hour time frame. I'm going to go ahead and mark up this area of inefficiency, this one right here. And now I'm going to go down to the 15-minute time frame to show you guys what it looks like. So I'm looking to take this trade up into this imbalance over here. Just if you just look at where I entered from to this level, we're talking about 16 pips to get up into this level. That's a scalp. It's still a decent move. And then if I wanted to refine it, you can see on the 15-minute time frame, you see inefficiency here. I can wait for it to come up right up into this level here. And then if I just go ahead and mark that up now, that's going to be the more refined area. And then we just look to the left, just a few more things, you know, looking at some draws on price at the moment. So we have this liquidity above this area here. You guys know that above consolidation, there's going to be liquidity above that. I know everything's gray at the moment, but above consolidation, which is this sideways, there's going to be liquidity beneath and on top. We've run out the lows. All this liquidity has been taken. We've traded down into our internal POI. And now I'm looking for price to expand higher. We should take out this money. And then I can take some off when we get to the imbalance and let the rest ride to get up here. That's what I'm going to be looking at right now. Price is not really given much. It has been doing high highs and high lows, which is still fine. It's not really pushed away with distance. Also, the 5-minute time frame, I can show you guys my entry. So what I was looking at was this. So you can see price expanded higher. Don't forget I'm bullish overall, first of all. Price expanded higher, and then what did it do? It retraced down into this order block over here, filled in this inefficiency, tapped into this down close candle and to this order block. And so I'm looking for price to push higher. It is a very tight stop loss. Like I said, it is a scalp. This is a jumped in roughly about 46. Stop loss is roughly about 42, so it's roughly about just under roughly about a 4-pip stop loss that we're looking at right now. All right, guys, so we're back here with an update. I've gone down to the 1-minute time frame. So far, so good. If you was that type of scalper who just wants to be in and out the markets within a few minutes or so, this would be you done. Above these highs, you take that money, boom, everything's done, everything's crisp. And it's a very small move. These are very small moves. This move here is just a 6 to 8 pip move. Okay, 6 to 7 pip move. You could probably target maybe a few pips above this high, but this would be you done. I'm not looking to be that really small scalper, but guys, as you guys can see, this has moved good so far. And I'm on a 1-minute time frame. I don't have to be on a 1-minute time frame, but you can see what's happened here so far. There's clean trading, all of this sideways action. There's lots of this clean trading in here. Then we expanded higher, left inefficiency. We came back to clean up that inefficiency, and then we're going long again. And this candlestick has inefficiency now. And let's see how close we are. Let's just go to the 15. We're not too far off. We know there's liquidity above this high, and so really and truly, this high should get taken. This high here. And so once it gets up into here, you take off some more, you take off the majority of your trade, you let the rest ride to see where we can get up in here. So what I'm going to do, just so I don't make sure I don't miss it, once it gets into this level here, an alert. I want it to alert me so I know, because it could be a quick spike up into this area and done. And I do want to take partials when we get here and then let the rest ride to get up a bit higher. The distance between that, 62, 72, roughly about 10 more pips. All right, guys, so the alarm just went off. Guys, I'm going to be getting ready to close off 80% of this trade the moment it taps up above this high. I just wanted to drop something as well. I'm about to move my stop loss, and the reason I'm doing that is because first, we have run out liquidity, which is the money that was resting above this high. And as you guys know, once price runs in liquidity, price could potentially turn back around. Second of all, when price is making higher highs and higher lows here, I didn't move it at this point because we hadn't run out this high. But now we've run out that high, we've run out that liquidity, I can move my stop loss to break even, just above my entry, because now price technically shouldn't come back down here unless it wants to turn around. So I've moved my stop loss now. Okay, everything's cleanly traded in here. I'm not expecting price to turn back around. So when I go back up to the 15-minute time frame, I'm going to show you how far we came away. That was 59. I'm looking to partial at 62. So 3 more pips. above this high. Let's look at what happened just now. I moved my stop and I got taken out. But anyway, guys, I did jump in again. I did try to jump in when it was down here. Where I was actually placed into the trade was up here. Now the stop loss is a lot larger. It was a 4 pip stop loss before, but now it's roughly about a 6 pip stop loss. But we're still going to go for the same area up here. Anyway, guys, so there was no news that made this drop. 1:30 normally, that's when US news release normally takes place, but there was no US news release, so hence why I thought this would be perfect to move at this point too. But anyway, guys, it's still good. I'm still aiming for the same area. Nothing changes. I'm still in with the same mindset, going to the same place. This was unexpected. I could have lost it here. I was literally just on my phone actually, and I just looked at the screen and I thought, oh, I'm not in a trade right now. But anyway, guys, it's all good. I still believe that this is going to run up here to get to these levels here anyway. And I'm still going to be holding on. What you are going to see, though, you are going to see 2 executions here. You're going to see one when price is consolidating in here. And you're going to see another one here. All right, guys, so we're willing this right now. So I'm going to go ahead and take some partials now. So there you go. That's 80% of the trade. Look, this wasn't going to, phase me. This wasn't going to change my mind just because you see a large drop like this. I know back in the day, what I would have done is I'm going to move this to break even at the moment. There we go. Back in the day, what I would have done is if I saw this drop here, then I would have been thinking price is turning around. Well, let me jump in for a sell. Maybe I got the direction wrong. Maybe I got everything wrong here. But look at this, guys. I kept to the same bias. Why should I change? Let's just look at this real quick. Why should I change? Let's just go to the 15-minute time frame real quick. So let's just zoom out a little bit. Price dropped into our second POY. This was our first. We managed to do bits on this move last week. This is our second POY. I didn't have to worry about any of this, by the way, because my agenda was complete. I had already run out the previous week's high. That liquidity was taken. We had run that money. So I was good. So I couldn't care less about what this did. But when I did actually come to do my weekly analysis with the team, that's when I saw price had dropped into our second POY. And just because our first one's violated doesn't mean our second one's going to get violated. So now when we look at this week, what do you see price doing? We've cleaned in this gap already. But making higher highs and higher lows. And so when prices make higher highs and higher lows, what liquidity are you going to be going for? I know people ask me this all the time. They always ask, what liquidity should you go for? There's liquidity everywhere. Which one should you go for? And so I say, look at in which way the market is moving and target that one. So if it's moving to the upside, you target buy side liquidity. If it's moving to the downside, then you target sell side liquidity. So for example, if it was to take out one of these lows right now, then you would target this sell side liquidity. But as long as it's still pushing higher and taking out buy side liquidity, you target, when you look to the left, look at the high and the low, you target the buy side liquidity. So there's some here, above here, here, and here too. I would like it to target the very highest point, just to stay in line with the higher highs and high lows that price is making at the moment. But first, I'm going to tackle the more minor agendas. These are the minor agendas, I'll call it. So we just came shy of this imbalance over here. I do believe we should be traded up into here, but we'll see. Let's go to the 1 minute time frame. Let's see what price is doing. Price doesn't give me a low to put my stop loss under. That's above my entry. It's at break even at this point here. So I'm going to move it just a bit lower. So roughly about here. There we go. So I've just adjusted it. I want to see price make another push to the upside. So whatever low it gives me now and then pushes up to the upside, I'm going to put my stop loss beneath that low. The majority of the trade is all done, and now this is just catching the extra piece of the pie. Okay, guys, I'm going to be out the trade now because it's actually gotten into our POY, so you can see right here. I don't have to wait for it to get to 50% of that. I'm Gucci, full close, let's go. Okay, so guys, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you guys my executions. So let's go ahead and put my executions on. Here are my executions. You can see here, I'm going to drop down to the 1 minute time frame so you can see it a lot clearer. This one I jumped in with my first trade, roughly about 12.50. Got taken out here. Well, taken out, hit my stop profit here. because price was just about break even because I'd moved it when we had taken out this high, these volatility equal highs. 130 came through. That's when you always get that quick manipulation of price during that time. I did try to jump in from these lows, but once again, you have to be plugging it in and all of that, and so it takes a bit of time. I ended up jumping in around this low. Okay, so you can see my cursor. And I had my stop loss beneath this kind of 6 wick here. So it ended up being a 6 pip stop loss in this one, but the target was still the same. You see, when we got up into our imbalance here, I took my very first TP. It dropped a little bit, then came back above to get into my POI. This one I closed off the rest of the position. So if I hadn't closed off the position, I would have moved my stop loss beneath this low right here now, and expected there to be one more push up into this area to see what price does. But because this was my agenda, I am out of the trade. Peace.